today. Today I am sharing with you my 6-way swap. This month I had Alice in Wonderland, and the lady who chose Alice in Wonderland was the lovely Lynn Bentley, not Lynn Noakes. Lynn Noakes chose Gypsy, which you've all seen. The lovely Lynn Bentley, beg your pardon, chose Alice in Wonderland. Now, I've done a couple of things on Alice, but never journal pages. So you'll have to forgive me if, I don't know, I'm just like, it looks a lot thinner than compared to the rest of them, so I'm worried that it's not, that I haven't done enough, if that makes any sense. So this is the Alice in Wonderland pages. So I'm still working on my fabric pages. I'm midway through that, so this isn't going to be together. They'll probably be in 2 separate videos. So my Alice in Wonderland theme was, like I say, Lynn Bentley chose it, and I decided to go searching for Alice in Wonderland. Now, I did have to do this little bit of help. Was Journey to Wonderland 2-dimensional, and it's by Debbie Moore Designs. Now, on this CD-ROM rather, you plug it into your computer. I have done a live with CDs before, and I know you all love me doing them because I sort of go into detail on how they work, what's on them, that kind of sort of thing. So I had some helping from there. I also had some helping from Arty Mays' website. And now Arty Mays does a beautiful free printable ephemera papers. You can download them to your heart's content. But there's also some that she sells, and one of the things that she does sell is the Alice in Wonderland kit. Now, I didn't originally go on to Arty Mays' site first. I went onto YouTube for a bit of inspiration to know where to go with these pages, because I wasn't sure what road I was going to go down. And I came across this video, and I link the video below, of this girl, and she opened a journal from Arty Mays herself, and it was Alice in Wonderland. Oh my word, I would want to do an Alice in Wonderland themed journal just so I could have the journal. It's absolutely amazing journal, and it was received so well. I am a new subby to this lovely lady. So I've never come across her videos before. It was only by typing into the search bar. But ever since, I have been sort of hooked on what kind of things she does, what kind of things, what her channel's all about. And she mainly does journals. She does do other things too, but she makes herself beautiful journals. And like I say, Alice in Wonderland was my first video I was sort of hooked and grasped onto. So if you were watching, I've forgotten your name, so please forgive me. If you were watching, hello. Hi, Arty Mays, and hi, Lynn. I hope you really do like your page. I've made you. I'm midway through the fabric one, so we'll just see how that pans out. So let me get cracking. So now, I watched the Alice in Wonderland film, so I sort of know that Alice in Wonderland sort of goes down a hole, and she sort of chat, and then there's different things that she goes through to get out. So what I've done on that sort of basis, I've got a lot here in you because I made the pages do something else rather than writing. So mainly in these pages are bits of ephemera that you can pull out and write on. So the bottom one is, I believe his name's called Cheshire the Cat. I have just stenciled, rubbed I've got a Celtic stencil, it's around you somewhere, and I've just rubbed some walnut stain on the back of him, so he's up there for some writing on. Then I have this page, and like I say, this has come from the DVD. I will point out what's come from the DVD or if I'm not sure, I will let you know what I'm not sure on. So this has originally come from the DVD, and you print it as it is. So what I did was I printed it all out. I've stitched it all on the sides, and I cut out, I can't print, I don't know his name, because like I say, I've never done sort of, I've done a little bit on Alice, but I know sort of the main things like Alice in Wonderland herself and the Queen of Hearts. So the characters I'm a bit unsure about. So what I've done, I said fussy cutted him out, and behind him, this is all on the DVD, I've cut out one of these, they're called templates or appliques or something they're called. So I've cut one of them out, and I've left it plain for Lynn to write on the back. I've also found this on Pinterest, and it's a little Alice in Wonderland postcard. So cute. And I've used my Celtic design to rub over with the walnut stain on the back. So again, some more ephemera to print on. I then have got a heart punch. Now it is a punch, not a die. So what I did was I punched it, and then I sort of cut around it. The die I had of the lovely Shilpa when she did a de-stash about, I think it was about 2 months ago now. So that was in there. And then because I had paper left over from cutting all this out, I made a little tag basically, and hasn't got much to it, but I have popped some tea-dyed paper on the back. So again, it's up for writing space. So there's a couple of words, as you can clearly see on here. So we have just for you, we have open me, and we have open me. And what that entails of open me, it's a drawer, it's a trap door. So what I've done is I've cut it out. Now I could have put like the character, the whole character here, or I could have done tea dye, but what I did instead of, I did it so that if she was down the hole, this is where my thinking was, that she would only see his feet, she wouldn't necessarily see his whole figure. If I was dropped down the hole, you would only see the feet. So that's what I've done, and all this is for writing space. You could even write on the top if you wanted to. I've cut into the paper, which I was a bit nervous about because Mary had originally sent the paper, and I was like, oh my word, what if something goes wrong? So what I've done is I've attached a little key, and it's got a heart on for Queen of Hearts, and that's standing down, and as you can clearly see the lock on the other side, which will all be explained in a second. And I've cut all this, and I was so nervous of doing it. So that is the first page. Let me close the door, close the trap door, and these just pop behind him. So you can put anything you wanted to on behind him. And Cheshire the cat comes down the bottom, and there's a little thing for that as well. So the other side is the key that you've just seen, and there's Cheshire the cat at the top, and then behind him there is some cogs. There's some real small clock faces and some clocks, and really tiny little ones, because I figured that there was a clock on the paper, so I figured I wanted to put something to go along with that. So that's what I've done here, and it says good luck on your new adventure. And like I say, there is a, you can put more ephemera behind there. At the bottom, then this was an envelope from the DVD, and what I've done is I've stenciled over the top with my Celtic stencil. This was off Pinterest, and it's a little book, but it's I could have cut it to the shape of the book, but I wanted to leave a little bit of a gap, and I've just gone over it on my Celtic stencil. I did like the stencil, so you'll see that a hell of a lot. So these were on the DVD, and I didn't know what to do with them apart from printing them out. This was the back of this envelope, because it's in, I think it's in 3 sections. So I really didn't know what to do with it. So what I thought was, if I kept it plain, you would have place for journaling. So I've done a little bit of stenciling in the corner, and I was going to go back and do that in the corner as well, but I think I'll leave that one plain because I've left the front one plain too. So there's more, you know, writing space there. Then these I had printed off Etsy. Don't ask me where I got it from. It was a long time ago. I was making something in Alice in Wonderland, otherwise I wouldn't have bought the DVD, but these originally came from Etsy, and what they are small, like little Alice in Wonderland little postcard images, and it's in the shape, I folded it in the shape of a book, but you can cut them out individually. So you've got Alice in Wonderland, you've got the rabbit, Cheshire, I'm sure he's called Cheshire the Cat, the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, Queen, I think that's the Queen of Hearts, like I say, characters I'm not so familiar with. And again, I've just stenciled in the corner. So there's a pocket there, so that's what that page looks like. I've also cut the little Alice Wonderland figure here, and it says especially for you down the bottom. And I've done all around these edges. I've also stitched as well. They just pop in like so. So the page that you could see through the trapdoor is this page. So you obviously got the key. Now I had a pack of playing cards. So what I attempted to do is I went over on the stencil again. This one says have a wonderful time all the way around it. And then I tried to draw Cheshire the Cat with my, oh, what are those pens called? Sharpies, but they were a bit thick, and hence why I've got a thick image. But it does say notes, so I was thinking that you could write on there as well. So behind each playing card, there's some bits of ephemera. So again, those little images, and I just inked rather than stencil around those edges. This one came from Pinterest, and I thought that was so cool. It's the old Alice in Wonderland image. Inked around the edges of that one. And again, the old Alice in Wonderland image. And I've inked around the edges of that one. So there's a text spot behind. Behind this card, we have those images again. This time I haven't folded it. All I've done to it is rub the stencil over the back. So there's that one. This one I didn't know what to do with. It was such a pretty image that I thought, you know what, it's really, sometimes things are kept nice as they are rather than adding to it. So I didn't add anything to it. I've just inked around the edges. And then you've got the little teacups in the photo frames, which I've left plain. That's that. Again, the papers come from the DVD. The charm I had in my stash, and I've just attached it. This is the heart punch. Can you see how you can sort of follow the line and cut it out? So that's what I've done. So behind this heart, we have the old Alice in Wonderland. That's what the Alice in Wonderland book used to look like. And I've inked around the edges of that. And I've then put a plain playing card in. And then if I turn the page, because at one point in the film everything's upside down. Now I haven't put anything in here, but there is a pocket just there. I might put something there, Lynn, so you because knowing me, I do forget with the tucks and spots are. So there's one there at the top, and then there's one here as an upside down. And then all these rest of them just belong tucked in the back. And like I say, I was like, oh, maybe have I done enough? Have I done enough? And that's all kept going through my mind. So I hope I've done enough, to be fair. So there's 3 in each, and then there's a tag and a tag. So the last page, this is what the middle of the book looks like. Like I say, it is a bit thin compared to the ones I have been making, and I was like, oh, have I made enough? Have I made enough? So anyway, the last page. Now this inspiration came from Mrs. G, Rhian. I was watching her entry to Sam's challenge, which is the Scottish crafter, and Rhian had entered into Sam's challenge, which by the way is still running. So if you want to join in Sam's challenge, I tell fibs, it runs to the end of July, which is only tomorrow. But if you have entered it in, good luck. Good luck in the drawing. So Rhian's entered into her challenge, and on one of her pages she did something similar to this, where she cut into the paper and she made something of it. And I thought, what a clever idea, because I was getting stuck at this point with Alice in Wonderland. Really stuck, and I don't know why, because I have picked Alice in Wonderland up before. I just don't know why I got stuck. So I thought, what a clever idea. So what I did was I went onto Pinterest again, and I got into free printables, and I've downloaded, printed out the paper from Pinterest, and then I found these. Now these are little notes that you can print off in days. So there's like Monday, for Tuesday, Thursday, and you put them in in a journal, but like a planner journal. So what I did was I cut off the day. Now the lines going through them, that was just my printer, but I quite like the effect of, so link can write anywhere on this page. So this is what I have on the last page. So these were Pinterest, I want to say these were Pinterest or Etsy, might have, it was either Pinterest or Etsy, and I've inked around each edge. So there's a pocket where these belong, and they're just little paper playing cards in Alice in Wonderland themed, of course. So thanks to Rhian, I was able to finish this off. So thank you, Mrs. G. So there's another one here, and this one flips out, and that's what that one looks like. Then you have this one that flips like a little mini book, and then this one that flips like a little mini book. There's Mad Hatter again. And they just, you'll be able to see the, I started, when I was putting them in, I started from the top and worked my way down, because otherwise I could never see where the pockets were. Is that? It does take some time. And this one just there. So that is the last Alice in Wonderland page, and I can give you a glimmer as to what the fabric page looks like, just a sneak peek, just to keep you all going. This is the front of the Alice in Wonderland fabric page. Just a sneak peek, Lynn, at that, but I should be finished that sometime soon. Next couple of days now, would have nearly finished all the pages. So that is my Alice in Wonderland. I hope you really enjoyed looking through it. Thank you to all the inspiration that gave me the inspiration of doing this. So that lovely lady who received her Alice in Wonderland journal from Arty Maze. So thank you so much, sweetheart, for sharing what you received, because that inspiration alone made me get my brain into gear with Alice in Wonderland. Mrs. G, who's Rhian, thank you very much, Miss Rhian. And Lynn, thank you very much for picking Alice in Wonderland. I enjoyed it the minute I got into it. Before I got into it, I was a bit stuck, but once I got into it, I was okay. So thank you so very much. And thank you, Mary, for this wonderful challenge and swap. It's been an absolute amazing swap. And within the next week now should all be finished. So I will love and leave you all in till my next video. Have a lovely rest of the day wherever you are in the world, and until next time, bye for now.